students. Hope you all are fine and you have understanding till now what are the videos has been shared to you by the teachers. Children, yesterday we did about the parts of plant. I told you it's just a quick revision I am giving you right now. The part of a plant which is above the soil we are calling is as a shoot, right? And the part that is below the soil we are calling is at root, right? There are different parts. See, this full big stem that you can see is we are calling it as stem. You can see fruits. Inside the fruits, if you see, you are able to see the seeds, right? These are the leaf, the flower, right, students? So now after that we started the new topic, that was what are the conditions suitable for germination, right? I was telling you about what are the different conditions. Conditions means like what are the things which are favorable for a seed to germinate into a new plant, right? So children, there are three ways through which a seed can germinate. There are three conditions where a seed can germinate very easily and quickly, right? So conditions suitable for seed germination, right? So first is air. Children, it is the most important thing what a seed requires to germinate into a new plant. Second is your water, right? Second is your water. Third most important thing is the warmth. Warmth means the little hotness, right, students? So these are the three main things which are required for a seed to germinate into a new plant, right? Now for the first the topic is your air. Why I am saying कि seed needs air to germinate, right? For this, a small experiment kind of a thing is given in the book, and children, we will do this in class also, right? We will be doing this in class also. Seeds need air to germinate. Now for that, put some seeds in a beaker filled with water. Pour a layer of oil. This I told you yesterday that I will be telling why we are pouring oil. Because children, oil is an insoluble substance. Insoluble substance means the substances which do not get mixed with water. Like if I say about sugar, अगर आप एक ग्लास पानी में शुगर लेते हो और उसको हम मिक्स करते हैं तो what happens? Sugar gets dissolved in water, right? But if we will take oil will not get dissolved and it will remain on the top of the water only. We will do this experiment in the class, right? Second is seed needs water to germinate. Yes, if you have you have seen your mother storing rice, pulses, maize and many other seeds in different jars in the kitchen, right? So you must have seen, आपने घर में देखा है, your mother keeps all these rice, maize, pulses and all in a different container, right? And many other seeds they do not germinate into new plant because they are kept dry. Yes, and now why they are not germinating, right? Why they are not germinating? Because we are keeping them at a dry place in a dry jar, right? So they are not getting air also much, nor they are getting water, moisture. So that is why they are not germinating. This shows that seed needs water to germinate. Last topic is seed needs warmth to germinate, right? Warmth means put some seeds on damp cotton in a dish and put that dish in the freezer. The seeds will not germinate in the absence of warmth, right? Like if you will, for example, if you take a plate, on that you put a cotton and then on that cotton put some seeds and put that plate in the freezer, you will see, children, none of the seeds will germinate, right? So this also confirms that seed needs warmth, right? Next topic is dispersal of seeds. Dispersal of seeds means there are different ways in which the seeds are spread at different places, right? Seeds can be moved from one place to another by different means. Imagine what will happen if all the seeds of a plant fell under it. Right, now what will happen, children? If you see, if there is a plant and all the seeds of a plant fell near it only, right, the seedling will grow very close to together, right? So what will happen when most of the seeds are fallen down near the tree only? So what will happen? Around the tree there will be many more plants reproducing. They will not get sufficient space, light, air, water and nutrient from the soil. Now what will happen, like if for example, if I tell you, if we are, for example, I am saying, if in a class we are sitting and your class is having a place only 20 students can sit, right? But if I bring more 20 students from another class, what will happen? See, what will happen is you will not get enough proper place to sit, right? You will not be able to sit properly, you will not be able to write properly on the table. Similarly, students, when all the seeds are fallen near the tree, so they will not get enough space to grow, right? Like some can grow fast, some will grow little late. Because of that, some will not get the sunlight also to grow, some can get damaged because of that, right? This will damage the growth and quality of plant. Hence, seeds need to be scattered in order to prevent overcrowding. Scattered means dur phailana, right? So to remove this problems of seeds getting damaged, not growing properly, seeds should be grown at a different and at a far places. The process by which seeds are scattered away from the mother plant is called dispersal. Student, this is a very important line. This process by which seeds are scattered away from the mother plant is called dispersal, right? Since plant cannot move from one place to another, seeds are dispersed by wind, water, animals or explosion of fruit. These are called agents of dispersal, right? Now, agents of dispersal. Agents of dispersal means things which are helping to scatter seeds, right? The agents which are helping to scatter seeds, those are called agents of dispersal, right? And what are those agents? Children, the agents are your wind, water, animals and explosion of fruits. Right, so these are the 4 different agents with the help of whom we are scattering or you can say we are dispersing the seeds. Tomorrow I will be explaining you briefly about all these different agents, that how they are helping us in the dispersal of seeds.